Good morning and welcome to our kitchen. I'm Gordy Galusha.
I'm Nancy Ostrich.
And today we're going to be making turkey, ragu, and spaghetti and a Waldorf salad. And for dessert, I'm going to make a gluten-free blueberry cream cheese dessert. And we're going to start off with Nancy.
Okay, thank you. This recipe, the turkey ragu with spaghetti or noodles or whatever you want, is a recipe I found in a book I got at a tag sale. Food Cures, Nutritional Prescription, Colds to Cancer, well, everything else from A to Z. And in the back of the book, it goes through many, many different kinds of ailments and nutrition facts to help you fight your battle. And in the back, they have recipes that lend itself to eating healthy for anything that you might be dealing with. And this recipe was in the back, and I said it looked good, and it wasn't too off the radar. For some recipes can be more strict, or things that you wouldn't keep on hand, but this one was pretty easy. So, but I need to start with a little olive oil in a fry pan or a saucepan, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and to that I'm adding, I need a fork because I forgot to get one. I'm adding 2 carrots finely chopped. I used those baby carrots, and I came out to a cup. I diced very thinly a cup of carrots. And an onion, and I would say a small to medium onion, depending on how well you like onion. If you don't like onion at all, well, then you don't have to put it in. And a half, although I said a 1 red bell pepper, the medium size that I bought, I just chopped up a half of the bell pepper. This is going to be sautéed to cook the vegetables. And while that's going on, I'm going to turn it back to Gordy to start her dessert.
Today I'm going to make a gluten-free blueberry cream cheese dessert. And this is the gluten-free flour that I use. It is called gluten-free measure flour, and it's almost the same as the other flour, but it's gluten-free and no glutens in it. Pardon me? Okay. This is what it looks like. It comes in a blue container like this. I tried to make my daughter things from here because she's gluten-free, and if you are gluten-free, please try it and see how you like it. Okay, in my bowl I have a cup of chopped pecans, a half a cup melted butter, and 1 cup of flour, and I'm going to mix it up. I think I'm going to mix it up. I think I'll use my mixer. Maybe that'll do a better job. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to put it into a 9 by 13 pan. It doesn't take very long to make this. It is, I'm sure you'll like it because it's delicious. Okay, I'm going to pat this in the bottom. This is our crust for our blueberry dessert. Make sure all the holes are covered if you can. After I get the crust spread, I'm going to put it in a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes to bake it. And then I will continue on with the filling and the blueberries. Okay, make sure it's even, so you can get it all in one pan here. It just doesn't seem to want to do what I want it to today. I'll try this. Doesn't want to go in this corner. If I was home, I probably wouldn't be very happy.
So keep a happy face on the television screen.
Oh, I know it.
Yes.
I have to behave myself.
But then when you're cooking, particularly desserts, I think, sometimes they give you problems.
Oh, yeah. That's the way it goes. That's the way it is, I guess. Okay, well, that's the way it is going to be, I guess. Get some more down there. It's almost got it covered. Well, anyway, it's supposed to cover it, but we're not having such good luck today. Okay, I'm going to put it into a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. Going to bake the crust, and then we're going to go back to Nancy.
Meanwhile, I have been sauteing some carrot, onion, and red pepper. Now I'm going to add 2 cloves of minced garlic, and of course I prefer to buy it already minced. These are all good vegetables and garlic for you, no matter what your health is like anyways. And to that I'm going to add a pound of ground turkey, which at this point before we will be adding ground beef. Some people would continue to use ground beef. Turkey has become a good substitute if you know how to cook it, because it certainly doesn't have the flavor. So you got to know how to, even with turkey burgers. Okay.
You like your square pan, Nancy?
Yeah, I've only used it a couple of times now, I think, for the show. At home, I'm not always cooking things
In a fry pan.
big enough to, yeah. I have the green ones, of course, that I
Yeah.
use. And so far, I think I like this. Of course, just after I bought the green fry pans, they came out with the orange ones.
Sure. You do that, you know. They do that. Intentionally, I think.
So it's getting cooked down here. And maybe while this is finishing up browning, I'm going to turn to the salad I'm going to make, which is a do-over on Waldorf salad. And it has a little bit different dressing. So, in a bowl, I want to whisk together a half a cup of light mayo. This was also a recipe I found in the back of that nutrition book that I found. Now I want 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. And
I got it here, Nancy.
I got one. I didn't get all my utensils out in time. So, maple syrup is something we like at home. We have for years. So I had it available. And 1.5 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And already squirted out on me, so. Okay. And a little bit more. And a little bit of salt. Whisk that together. Keeping track of my turkey. Okay. In this bowl here, I've got three to four apples of your choice. They've been cubed, and I did put lemon juice on it to try and keep them from getting brown. You have to do things so quickly with fruits like the apples. 3 to 4, depending on the size, and 2 stalks of celery that you've chopped. Now, in the original recipe, it called for fennel. And that would be like a head of fennel, would be like the celery. I do not like licorice flavoring, so I went back to the standby of celery. And then the older recipes call for raisins. I am going to change to cran raisins. However, I got the wrong ones. This is new in the store. These are cran raisins, but opening them up and looking at them, they are not, these particular ones have a coating of almond and granola, I think. They're good to pop into your mouth for a snack. So we crush them up like this. So now you have your cranberries, and you've got almonds, which the recipe was going to continue on with 1/3 cup of toasted nuts, either walnuts or almonds. So there you go. So I am substituting all this in one with a little extra granola or something into the apple and celery mixture. This is mixed all together, and then you pour on your dressing. It'd be best to put this in the refrigerator and chill it. And there you have an updated walnut Waldorf salad. So how are we doing? Oh, we still got a little bit. Now, a side information here. In my book again, I came across one section that says wrinkles. Okay, it's summertime now, sun's out. We know that sun can damage our skin as we get older. And most of us don't want wrinkles, no matter even how old we get. So how do we kind of eat things that might help? And because it's summer, and Gordy is doing blueberries, it says blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries, which were in the season. We just finished the strawberries, really. And the information says for these fruits, these tiny fruits, they pack more antioxidants than any other fruit or vegetables. Next in line, though, is the red apples with the peel. So I made the salad with the apples and didn't peel off the skin. And these fruit work beautifully to help protect skin from the damage that leads to wrinkles. Now, the amount, they say, and it's been published other places or talked about, is eating a cup of fruit a day like that. So that's not always easy. One of the things people kind of like nowadays are smoothies, which they can mix up the fruit that they like. We are very lucky that most of the year we can get these fruits. They're not anywhere near like what we do in the summertime and pick them fresh. But years ago, you didn't even have that advantage. So we have to take the good with the not so good. I think this is cooked up pretty good now. And now I'm going to add a half a cup of white wine or chicken broth. And I'm going to use my substitute for white wine is vermouth. And pour it in. And we're going to let that simmer for a few minutes until that gets absorbed into the meat. So, are you ready to do something?
Nope,
Not yet.
we'll have to take a break because I have to cool this off for a few minutes.
Okay, so we're going to break now and let this cook some more. Okay, I've cooked down the ground turkey, and added that half a cup of white wine or chicken broth. And now I'm going to finish it off with a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. And a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. A couple of times I bought like a toothpaste container of
Did you like that?
tomato paste. Yes, I liked it because many recipes might go for 2 tablespoons
Right.
of tomato paste. So you open up one of these 6 ounces
And it goes to waste.
and it will go to waste. But this time I needed a whole
Bunch of
can. This is going to simmer. That can simmer up to even an hour, or for quite a while. It's a spaghetti sauce. Then I want a little Italian seasoning. And I added some salt and lemon pepper off camera. So it's a matter now of tasting and seeing what your taste buds say, what you need or whatever. I might need some honey, and I'll check that later because I tend to like a kind of a sweet sauce, and if it's this tomato tends to make it more acidy. So got to let it cook down for a little while, and I'll check it. And if I need to put some honey in, I will. So I'm going to put the cover on this, put it on the heat, and turn it over to Gordy.
Okay, thanks, Nancy. I'm going to make my filling now, which is, thank you. I have 1 8-ounce package of softened cream cheese. I have a cup of powdered sugar, and I am going to mix this up. Okay, and I'm going to fold in an 8-ounce package or carton of Cool Whip. I'm going to fold this in. Make sure that you get it all mixed up well. Fold it in. And then when your crust is cool, spread it on your crust. Thank you. Sorry. John. Okay, I'm going to spread this on. Well, this crust of mine doesn't want to cooperate. Well, anyway, I'll do the best I can here. See, I cover up that hole. Okay. You won't see that when I get the blueberries in there. Okay, in my pan here I have quarter of a cup of sugar and cornstarch in here, and I'm going to add a quarter of a cup of water, make a slurry. I'm sure everybody knows how to make a cornstarch slurry. That's very easy. Very easy. Make sure you mix it up well and there's no lumps. This is going to take a few minutes. Now I'm going to add 2 cups of blueberries. I'm going to let them cook down. This takes a little while to do it this way, but just have to be a little patient with it. I'm going to crush some of these. Okay, have to wait for this to start to cook. When it does, it will thicken. That masher didn't do anything here, or else I'm just weak. That's probably it. Okay, come on, cookie. Okay. Here it starts. Okay. It doesn't take very long for it to thicken up once it gets started to cook. I'll let it cook for a little while. Okay, I'm going to add the second, a half a cup of sugar more, and the rest of my blueberries, which is 2 more cups. You have 4 cups of blueberries in this dish. Make sure it gets all coated. All the blueberries are coated.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Now this is how what it's supposed to look like, and I'm going to put it on top of my blueberries. I mean my cream cheese and. I hope you try it because it's very easy and it's delicious. It'll go with anything, parties or dinner or anything. If you want to have a dessert for a party, this is a good one. I'm going to put this back in the refrigerator for a little while to cool it down. And that's what it looks like. Give it a try. I know you'll like it. And I'm going to put it in the oven in the refrigerator to cool it down. And Nancy, do you have anything else you have to do, or shall we take a break?
We're going to take a break now.
Okay.
Welcome back to our table. This program is number 230. Today we made some healthful meals, I think, from the salad to the main dish to the dessert. And we zeroed in on foods really that are very good for you, starting with the Waldorf salad, which was kind of a do-over the typical Waldorf salad, because the dressing on that was some light mayo, maple syrup, and Dijon mustard. And the apples being the main fruit in a Waldorf salad, according to the book that I found on nutrition and diseases or medical problems, and one of them was on wrinkles. And one of the ways to kind of combat, because it's summertime now, and we love the sun, but it's not always that good for us. The red skin of the apple is good, plus the blueberries that we'll talk about later. So the salad was the apples, the celery, cranberries instead of raisins, which you can still do your raisins, and nuts like walnuts or almonds. All this very good. And then I made a turkey ragu with spaghetti. It's a spaghetti sauce with ground turkey instead of hamburger. I started out with just sauteing down carrots, red pepper, and onion, then adding the ground turkey breast, and then following up at the end with crushed tomatoes and tomato paste. And I didn't show this on the camera, but before I'm serving it, I stirred in some milk, half a cup of milk. So those are my selections for today. Gordy?
Today I made gluten-free blueberry cream cheese dessert, and it's made in 3 parts. The first part is a crust, which is made out of pecans and melted butter and flour, and I mix it up, put it in the bottom of a 9 by 13 pan.
And that was the rice flour.
That was the gluten-free
Free.
flour. It's called flour to flour. Do you want me to show them?
No.
It's very good flour. I've tried 2, and that's the best that I have found. And for the filling, I have an 8-ounce package of cream cheese and a cup of powdered sugar. I mixed it together, and then I folded in a package or a carton of Cool Whip. I cooled the crust down, and then when I got the filling done, I put it on top of the crust, and then I made a topping of 4 cups of blueberries, a cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and a cup of water. And this is what it looks like. And you make a top, you cook it, and then you spread your filling, your top on top of the cream cheese filling. If you'd like any of these recipes, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Dalton Community Cable, 151 Park Avenue, Dalton, Mass. 01226. And that's all from our kitchen today. Have a great day.